No, is the screen visible? So the condition is if a greater than 10, so 20 greater than 10, the condition is true. So throw new my exception. So as we discussed, a value will be copied to my exception constructor, and again in turn that a value will be copied to detail. Okay, now just remember detail, the variable detail contains the value 20. Okay, next. So when you come to the compute method, so whenever you come across the throw keyword, so that is nothing but the exception that is to be caught. That means exception handler should be there. Exception handlers will be present in catch statement. So in the compute method, there is no catch statement. Then where we have to go? So we have to go for the main method. So in the main method, that is present catch statement. So just remember, whenever there is a throw keyword, so for that exception handler should be present, because at the statement where throw keyword is there, their exception will be generated. So it has to be handled. So exception handler should be present. So that exception handler is present inside the main method, that is catch statement. So if you just look at this arrow mark, so if you come to the catch statement of the main method, there system dot out dot println caught is a word we have written in double quotes. So that is printed as it is. You just observe the output. Okay, next colon plus is a symbol used to concatenate the objects for the values which will be concatenated, that is string equivalent. Now after plus there is a object that is e. See, now you should see what happens here. See, plus will concatenate. So what after concatenation, what happens? Whatever the things present after plus symbol, that becomes the string here. Okay, now e is there. So e is an object. Okay, so now you just look at the class name of e. In the catch block only it is there, my exception e. Just look at this catch block, catch of my exception e. So my exception is a class name, e is an object. Okay, now when you write println caught plus e, see, whenever you come across the plus symbol in println statement, toString method is called. So this is very important point you have to remember. Whenever you come across the plus symbol in println statement, toString method is called. And that toString method, it is called from the Java class library unless and until we override it. Okay. So if we have not written toString method in our program, then whatever the toString method present in Java class library, that is called. Okay. But now in this program we have written the toString method. Okay, intentionally we have written. That means we want to change the name. So we don't want to display the error message like java.lang.exception, line number, program name. Those things we don't want to display. Just the exception we require to be displayed. For that purpose, we have written toString method here. Now this plus symbol will call the toString. You just observe this arrow mark. From plus I have gone to the toString method. So we go to the toString method. In the toString method, there is a string. So there is no program name or line number or java.lang.exception or colon symbol, nothing. So it's our own message. So that message is my exception word, opening bracket, detail value. So detail value is 20 here because called compute of 20. So compute of 20 we have called from main method, and closing bracket. Okay, so for detail, so detail is a value of type integer, so it is not present in double quotes, so it will take its value 20. So now finally the string will be my exception of 20, that is the string. You just look at the output here, caught colon my exception of 20. So once I will explain in brief. So when we call the method called compute of 20, 20 is copied to variable a of compute method. In that, one println statement is called compute of 20. After that, the value is substituted in the condition if a greater than 10, 20 greater than 10, that condition is true. Whenever the conditions are true in if statement, the statement following the condition will be executed. That is, statement immediately following the condition. That is the first statement always. And if there is opening brace and closing brace, entire if block is executed. So here there is no opening brace and closing brace. Only one statement will be executed here. That is throw new my exception of a. My exception of a is a constructor. A value will be passed to the constructor. In that constructor, a value will be passed to detail. So detail value will be 20. So for this time, that means at this time you have to remember detail value is 20. So next it will help for us. Next again come back to the if statement inside the exception demo class. In the if statement, there is a keyword called as throw. So throw keyword always it should be handled by catch statement. So it will go to the catch block of the main method. In the main method, in the catch block, println statement is there. In println, cot colon, that is a string, it is printed as it is. Plus symbol will call the toString method present in the Java class library. If we have written the toString method in our program, so that is called method overriding. So plus symbol will call that method instead of calling the method present in Java class library. So you just look at this arrow mark. ToString method is called. In the ToString method, my exception of detail. So my exception with the opening bracket, it is displayed as it is without any change because it is present in double quotes. Plus a symbol before detail and after detail word will cause concatenation. That is detail value is 20. So directly the 20 will be converted to string and it is concatenated. After the plus symbol again closing bracket is there, square bracket. So we will close this bracket. That string will be returned to the println statement. In the println it is printed. So cot colon my exception of 20. See this colon symbol we have written inside the double quote, so it is printed. It is not from the Java class library or exception classes library. We have written in the println colon, so it is printed. So only our error message is my exception of 20. So that is with the neat message my exception of 20. Understood? Now you can copy this program. 1 minute we will see explanation what they have given after the program. The above program defines a subclass of exception called my exception. See subclass of exception they are saying. You just look at the first line of the class. Class my exception extends. So extends keyword means there will be subclass. So my exception is a subclass. Exception is a superclass. Before extends keyword, whatever the class name be read, it is a subclass. After extends keyword, whatever the class name be read, that is a superclass. Okay, here exception is a superclass. My exception is a subclass. So the above example defines a subclass of exception called my exception. This subclass has only a constructor plus an overloaded toString. So they are written overloaded. Actually, it is overridden. It is overridden method. Okay, that is toString method. Okay, next method that displays the value of an exception. The exception demo class defines a method named compute. So as we discussed in the training, that throws a my exception object. The exception is thrown when computes integer parameters greater than 10. So that only we have passed 20. Value 20 is passed. First time 1 that is less than 10. Next time 20 which is greater than 10. The main method sets up an exception handler for my exception, then calls compute with a legal value less than 10 and an illegal value illegal one to show the both paths through the code. Okay. Now copy this class. You can take down this program.